Mute now 134. Well, hello and welcome to Update Night. It's week 103. I'm here with Cornet. How are you doing? Now remember, he's on holiday and he's using a laptop, so his audio is not quite as good as it usually is. So, hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Enjoying my vacation.
Good, glad to hear it. That was coming through quite well, actually. So, if we can continue like that, that would be really good.
Fine.
We are here at week 103. And it's all about new creature rugs. It's polar bear and brown bear rugs this week. The polar bear and brown bear rugs have been added and can be crafted on the advanced textiles bench at tier 3. Week 103's update brings 2 new rugs to Icarus, which require pelts and vestiges from 2 of the most fearsome foes, the polar bear and the brown bear. I wouldn't exactly say a brown bear is a fearsome foe for us anymore, huh?
Not for us, no, but for less experienced players, it still is.
Yeah. Well, we haven't fisted a polar bear to death yet, so yeah, polar bears I would say are still pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
These can be crafted at the tier 3 on the advanced textiles bench, so get gathering those materials and crafting. In addition to cosmetic updates like these rugs, we're also working on new features and performance improvements, and we have an update on big improvements coming to animals and tamings, and batteries!
Yay, finally! I want my batteries.
You have been waiting so long for those.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, let's jump in and have a read. Do you want to take us through this a little bit?
Sure. So, a couple of notable improvements. The Brutalist wardrobe and cabinet, as well as the Industrial wardrobe and cabinet, have been updated to have 25 inventory slots, as originally intended. Currently, last week, before this patch, they had 10, but now they have 25 as they should have.
That's a big improvement.
Oh yeah. Also, cooking recipes have been updated. as well as the masonry bench and the armor bench to allow access to tier 2 recipes in both tier 3 and tier 4. So, for example, the geode lamps, they were only craftable in the masonry bench.
The
They
geode
were
lamps.
the tier 2 bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the oxide lamps and the copper lamps and the gold lamps.
Yeah.
They were only craftable in the tier 2 bench. They were not craftable in the tier 3 or 4.
Okay.
Actually, is there a tier 4 masonry bench? I'm not sure. Anyway, those things should have been added to the higher tier benches now as well. Cooking recipes, indeed, like the tonics, the
Yes.
green and purple tonics and stuff. So you could only make them in the tier 3 bench. Hopefully, they're now also available in the tier 4.
Well, it
Was it? No,
makes
sorry. No, you made tonics in the herbalist bench. Sorry, the tier
yes.
2,
Yes.
and
It's
you could not make them in the tier 3 or 4. So
yeah.
hopefully you can now.
Mm-hmm.
Armor bench. There was the animal bed, if I'm not mistaken. You could only make in the tier 2 textiles bench. I hope they also made it so you can make them in the tier 3 or tier 4 textile benches.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are a couple of things for which you still had to keep the old benches around.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we can update and replace older benches with better benches, it would make sense that you can get the older benches recipes in the newer bench.
Yeah, it was
Because
done for a lot of recipes, but not for all yet.
yeah.
So let's hope it's now all fixed. But yeah, I can't touch it for the next couple of weeks. So
Oh.
I'll have to rely on you to do the testing.
Oh, dude, I am so sorry. I ended up having to cancel last night because it was just a ridiculous finish. It was horrific. I didn't actually get home until an hour and a half after my normal bedtime. So, and I'm working again right through tomorrow and then right through till Tuesday. So it
Yeah.
is silly time for us right now. So testing is going to be difficult for me. I'm really sorry. Might have to ask Carl.
Then you'll have to be fast because he's visiting his own country during December.
Oh crap.
So yeah, sorry about that. Oh well,
Uh,
anyway, let us
okay.
continue.
Yeah.
So the Art Deco set apparently had a recipe for something called gold partition. This recipe was accidentally hidden, which has now been unhidden. I have no idea what it is, since I haven't been able to play it after they unhid it. So.
Okay.
But it will mean that I can put some more stuff in my Art Deco room, which is always nice.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, you'll have to wait a couple of weeks till I'm back, but yeah.
Yeah. Trust me. You'll be back before I know it because I'll be working pretty much non-stop. I mean, we're looking at 6 day weeks. So.
Alrighty, let's see. A fixed travel quest step detection for mounted players, allowing those steps to be completed whilst mounting in a more reliable way. Indeed, I have seen people reporting like, hey, if you're on your mount, the quest steps aren't updated properly. So I'm glad they fixed that.
Yeah. Yeah. So if
Um,
you to run to an area and you're on a mount, it doesn't tell you you're actually in the right area because your feet are not on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't use mounts that much, especially not during quests. This is more an operations thing, I would reckon, because there you already probably already have your tamed mounts before starting the mission.
Yeah.
Although obviously there will be people who start a mission and take their time and tame mounts and stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Uh, all of this is to say I have never encountered this issue as far as I know, but I have seen people reporting it. So yeah, glad they fixed that.
Yeah.
And
And
then they fixed another bug, and this is gonna affect me directly. They fixed a bug with inventory spoilage, where there are some specific cases where spoil times of items would not increase as intended. For a couple of weeks, I've already been saying, like, stuff does not spoil in my inventory no more.
yeah,
It was handy,
I
but
noticed that too because it was because you mentioned it and then asked me, and I specifically held on to food in my inventory to see what would happen. Absolutely nothing. It was
yeah,
fresh as a daisy when I put it in the fridge.
yeah, it was especially handy with the animal food, because it's the
Hmm.
only stuff. Uh, I mean, if I carry food with me, I eat it before it goes bad. But the animal food, I could make like 20 in my inventory and go for a long, long trek
Yeah,
without the stuff spoiling. Also, when out hunting, uh, I could bring the meat back without it spoiling. This has
yeah.
been fixed. A little sad because it was handy sometimes. On the other hand, uh, it should not have been that way. So yeah, I enjoyed it whilst it lasted, but they have
But it's
fixed it.
back to normal.
Exactly. Back to how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, right? I'm all for them fixing bugs, you
Yeah.
know, rectifying mistakes, but I'm not adverse to absolutely snotting the hell out of it when it's there to be used,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I'll take advantage of a bug if I know it's there, but it's not supposed to be there. So like use it while you can. Make
Yeah. But yeah, no longer. But it's fine.
well, they fixed it. It's how it's supposed to be. We like it that.
Exactly.
And here we have an image of some of the gold pieces. I'm assuming that's a fireplace and
Yeah.
maybe a couple of stands, desks, lamps, I don't know, something. And you can also see the polar bear rug and the bear rug. Now, I saw this picture earlier, right? And I had to say, the bear rug doesn't have a head, right?
Well,
And
maybe the
right,
prospector
no,
chopped it off.
right, hang on, right.
Yeah.
But then I thought, oh, maybe it's its feet. But then I'm like, no, the feet are in the wrong place. So, and then I looked at the polar bear rug, and I'm like, right, okay. And I looked back at the brown rug, and I'm like, oh, that's its ears.
Yeah.
It's face planted. it's
Yeah, that either that or somehow they made the rug without the head.
but
Maybe they shot head off, or maybe it's just a clipping issue with a floor type, stone floor.
yeah, I kind of thought it was more to do with the clipping through the floor, but it took me a minute just to, like suss that out.
Well, at least the polar bear rug has the head on it,
Yeah,
which I was actually rooting for, if you remember last week.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad at least the polar bear properly has the head still on the rug.
I I do actually believe that the brown bear also has the head on the rug, but it's just not sitting right in that frame.
Yeah, I'll test it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So this week, excuse me, we have the new animal rugs. This week's update brings 2 new rugs to Icarus from the pelts of the most feared predators on Icarus, the polar bear and the brown bear. These require some unique materials, including vestiges, Arctic pelts, fur, cured leather, and platinum weave. So maybe the platinum weave is that little bit that we can see underneath. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to put one down and have a look.
Yeah. These are unlockable on the advanced textiles bench at tier 3 and require the advanced rug set to be unlocked.
Yay! I can finally use another blueprint point.
Yay! Okay, so
Good.
I'm looking at the picture above now, and now I'm looking at that picture. So the second picture looks like it was taken before the 2 pieces in the corners were added because it doesn't have them there.
Yeah, looks like it. Hey, Froggy, welcome.
Hey, Froggy, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, gal. How are you doing? Thank you for your support.
It's going fantastic, Froggy. I'm enjoying the weather here, getting a tan and everything.
Oh, it's so not fair.
Well, once the sun sets, the temperature is going down a bit, but during the day, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You jealous? Yeah, well, hey, I've worked all year, so I kind of deserve my vacation now. So.
Oh, absolutely. And you deserve to have absolutely fantastic weather whilst doing it. Trust me, it'll be cold enough when you get home.
Oh yeah, I know.
So, I mean, most people walk out of the frying pan and into the fire, and you walk out of the freezer and into the fire.
Exactly.
And then
To
you
be
go back
careful
to
to
the
not get
freezer.
sunburn. So.
Yeah. No, we've got gale force winds and a hell of a lot of rain. So the ground is absolutely saturated. I've been driving past small diggers on the verges of the roads, and all they're doing is digging ditches from the roads into the fields to try and keep the water off the roads.
Yeah.
Because we've had flooding and all sorts. It's been really bad. And the winds today, oh my God. Like one of my colleagues actually damaged one of his rear doors because, well, the van that I drive, right, has a double hinge on the back door.
Mm.
So it'll open out and then it'll fold up against the side of the van, right? So if the
Yeah.
wind catches that, it's more than
Oh
likely
yeah.
going to dent the side of the van rather than rip the door off its hinges,
Yeah.
right? Well, my colleague only has doors that open out 3/4 of the way and actually have a full bar hinge.
Good.
So his are only designed to open so far, and the wind actually caught it and almost ripped the door off its hinges. He's got a big bend in it and everything. It's horrific. Oh my goodness me, so battling winds. Anyway, if you please take us through
Yeah.
your most favorite. Oh, take over, please. I need a drink.
Yeah. Okay. I get my most favorite things in here. Yeah. Foggy. As of now, a mild winter. Little to next to no snow. Oh well, good, good, good. So you can still enjoy the weather a bit before it gets worse. Anyway, next part. Batteries coming soon. Finally, batteries.
Yeah.
Battery development is making good progress. And we have now done the initial refactor of the resource network. So from here we are testing and checking individual machines and how they interact with these changes. And we're ironing out any bugs that crop up. We are also working on some tools for players to debug their systems and machines when these changes are implemented, so you can avoid the typical trial and error approach and get right to the problem. Sounds good. Sounds
Yeah, it
good.
does. Froggy says, and we're talking about Canada, lol, Alberta, where there's always snow.
Global heating?
Possibly, although, well, yeah, although you would expect that with worse weather, you would expect a worse winter with global warming because the weather around the planet gets worse.
Yeah, but we sent it all to Scotland.
Oh, thanks. No
You're
wonder we've got
welcome. That's
such
so
crap
friendly.
weather right now. I mean, we're talking gale force 70 winds with gusts of 80. You know, that's miles per hour.
Exactly.
We're only allowed to drive at 70 miles an hour, and that's on a dual carriageway, right?
Yeah, but
I'm in the back of the van for the last 2 days, trying to do it as much as I can in the shelter of the van before I have to get out and deliver the bloody parcel. And I'm standing in the back of the van, and I'm losing my balance because the winds are that strong. It's rocking the van. You
yeah,
know, it's like trying to drive a bloody merry-go-round.
yeah, but I didn't like the bad weather here, so I sent it your way. I thought
Oh,
you'd been.
well, seriously,
I thought I
stop.
sent you
We've
a
had
present.
enough. If this weather keeps going, we're in for a really bad fucking winter.
Yeah, okay, okay. I'll stop sending the bad weather your way. Hey, fucking you too, hey. Anyway, uh,
Okay.
let's continue. An early preview into animal expansion.
Ooh.
We are currently working on an expansion to the animal and the mind systems in Icarus with some big improvements and some new systems with a lot to interact with. The tamed creatures, the mounts, will be receiving their own XP and leveling system,
Ooh.
which comes with their own talent trees that you can invest points into. They also have their own buff system, and they can gain 2 active modifiers from the food they consume, similar to how players have 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So we already have the animal food with more stamina and stamina regeneration.
Yeah, but
Apparently, we are going to get either more food types or some food types will get new animal food buffs. Also, you can level your animals, you can level your mount. So you start out with a weak mount, you can level it up and put points in, I don't know, strength, stamina, whatever. It's going
yeah,
to be interesting.
I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, that talk about giving somebody an incentive to use mounts now, other than just traveling around the map. Now they can be a bit more useful. You could have an aggressive mount that will, attack if,
Maybe.
and all that kind of, yeah. Wow. That's going to be really good. Froggy
Yeah,
says, good, Echo,
leveling them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Froggy says, good, Echo, you can keep it all, the bad weather she means. Um, hey, I do not want that effing snow. Oh,
Then
I
you shouldn't live in Canada, or at least not in Alberta.
Yeah, well, I mean, Scotland hasn't had, like proper winters for probably since I was a child. That's, like you're talking at least 40 years ago.
Talk about last century,
Right?
last millennium.
Yeah. So, and now, and like last year we had a bad winter, but that's just, that's minor in comparison to what we used to have in the quote
Oh,
unquote good
same
old
here.
days, right? When I was a kid, right? Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't mind snow. It's just dang cold, you know. And the other thing is that because I now live in the country and I have to commute to my work, if I can't get to the dual carriageway, I can't get to work. And more importantly, if I can't get to work, my car is inevitably stuck somewhere.
Yeah, but if the driving conditions are that bad, can you even work?
Did last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, did last year.
okay.
Had to. The only difference is that the office really don't care about your timing as long as you try and attempt as many as you possibly can. And if
Yeah,
you can't get there, you can't get there. It's as simple as that.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's continue on with the amounts. We are also investigating a solution for being able to bring tamed creatures up to the orbital station and back down with you on other prospects. So you can invest more into your furry pals and utilize them across multiple expeditions. Especially if you can level them.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you level up your mines and then you have to leave it at the surface. Now it's better to bring it back up. However, they will have to increase the pod size.
yeah,
Can you imagine the current pod? You want to bring a touchpad with you.
yeah. I have a
Good
pocket
luck, Pepper.
horse. Can you imagine a pod with a trailer?
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna do it yet, but it's
they'll
gonna be
come.
interesting to see.
They'll come down in their own pod.
Maybe.
Oh, there
But
might be.
how are you gonna bring the first mount if there's no extra pod?
You might put them up in a storage crate.
Again, how are you gonna fit the Tuskar in your pod? The Tuskar is as big as a pod,
Um,
almost.
use a bigger fucking pod. I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna fix that visually.
Yeah.
But well, all these features are still in development with substantial testing and iteration needed before being released. But we wanted to give you the update on the work and we will continue to do so.
Cool.
So,
Alrighty.
next week, seed pouch.
Yeah.
Next week, we are adding a new seed pouch. This is a bag that can be carried in your inventory and acts as specialist seed storage, which can be opened using the context menu. Seeds you pick up are automatically placed in a pouch, and we've increased the stack size inside the pouch as well.
Cool.
Ideally, this should clean up your inventory when foraging and allow you to actually collect more seeds without having to compromise for other necessary items. Because yeah, especially if you're running without a carrier module and you're running without an armor with pocket
Mhm.
additions,
Yeah.
you will run out of inventory slots quite quickly. Now, if you're gathering vegetables, your inventory is gonna get clogged up with seeds.
Yeah.
So if you get a seed pouch, it will only use up one inventory slot and all the seeds go in there automatically. Also a good thing.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. I mean, when you're foraging for fiber and stuff like that, I mean, you get so many seeds that
Yep.
you end up just chucking about because you can't carry them all.
Yeah. And
Um.
then you're back at base and you want to use it for food, and then you're like, oh, I ran out of seeds.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, I think this is going to be a nice addition.
Very, very user friendly. Very, very. It's a good quality of life edition, I would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, the picture you're seeing here is something you're not going to see in the game anymore, because this looks like the old Tier 4 communication device, the big one.
Yeah.
Unless there is one mission on Prometheus which actually had this device in a spot you had to visit.
Ah.
I'm not sure. Maybe they kept it just for that mission-specific location. I don't know. We haven't done the mission yet.
No, we haven't. We're falling behind, but I'm afraid that's my fault.
We will continue in due time.
Yeah. Okay, so if you like what we're doing with Icarus and want to support our continued development, consider purchasing one of our DLCs for a few dollars. It would mean a lot to us. And this is the Complete the Set. Includes 12 items. It's got 27% off, and you can get it for £87.94 at the minute. This basically,
57 USD.
yeah. So basically, what happens is if it'll only give you what you don't have, if I
But you
remember
don't
correctly.
have yet.
Yet, yes.
So it's a set consists of 12 items, and it basically checks what do you already have, and I'm only gonna add what you don't have yet.
And charge accordingly.
Exactly.
Okay. So here we have the Outpost bundle, which is pretty much the same deal as the one above it. It'll give you what you don't already have, charge you accordingly. That has 36% off and is £14.10 at the minute.
Does it? I'm not sure this is a dynamic bundle, the Outpost bundle.
The whole bundle?
The Outposts bundle. I'm not sure it's a dynamic one.
I thought because you've got cactus. Is that
Tecton.
Tecton?
Those two are
Ice
Prometheus
Helm,
ones. Ice Helm
Everbark, and
and Hold Fast.
Holdfast. Yeah.
And there's one more.
Arcticus.
Yeah, Arcticus. Arcticus, and I believe Tecton as well is Prometheus. But yeah, if you already had some of them Outposts and you buy this bundle, you might be buying the entire bundle. I don't know. I believe this is a static expansion pack.
Okay.
But still, like 17 USD, 17.53. Not that much.
No. Okay. And that brings us up to the changelog, where we take a deep dive. The new content, basically, we've never had this before, one item. Unlocking new rug recipes and talent.
Yep.
That's it. That's a first for us, guys.
Yeah. First time, one item only in new content.
Yeah. It's the first time we've had one item only in any of the change logs.
Yep.
Alrighty, so let's dive into what they fixed, if you please.
There's some slight adjustments on the wall light and the gold chandelier gold decoration, both from the Art Deco set. They removed the emissive material from a small section. Well, as long as they did not change the light output, because especially the wall light gives a ton of light. I checked it in my open world, in my base. The Prometheus one, where I have the Art Deco room, and the wall light really gives a lot of light.
It gives what?
A ton of light.
Oh, okay.
The wall light especially.
Okay.
Okay. Fix a typo in the Prometheus map selection warning, like, hey, careful, this is a hard one, you might want to consider Styx or even Olympus first.
Yeah.
Fixed unlinked confirmation and cancel buttons on terrain selection. Terrain selection, is that where do you want to land on this map in your open world?
Possibly.
I don't know.
Sounds like it.
Meanwhile, since it started the new open world, several weeks. Anyway, added a new event for the metal wall cupboard closing, retiming it to fit the animation and adding a new socket for audio. I'd have to open and close a metal cupboard to try and figure out the change in the audio.
Okay.
I thought it was okay, but they added a new audio event apparently.
Alrighty.
Updating items in the deployable table for glass metal. Sounds like the industrial one. I have to check and compare it to my old stream. If it's still available when I'm back from vacation.
Okay.
Because the Twitch only stores it like 30 days. So.
Okay.
They added a new collision type for the NPC capsule that allows quest query overlaps. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
The next one we already talked about. Fixed the mounted players not being counted for travel quest steps.
Yep.
They fixed the merge issue in the string table. Again, thanks for the info. But yeah.
No idea what you're talking about, but cheers.
There you go. Fixed signs not showing the fertilizer icons. I reckon the signs you can put up and where you can put either text or an icon on.
Yeah.
I can give them more icons that are missing if they want to. Never check for the fertilizer icon though, because I never store fertilizer. I'm basically only instance where I use fertilizer is to make gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've never checked whether or not there is an icon for fertilizer on the signs. Apparently there was not and there is now, which is good.
Okay.
Fixing the bear cup having the wrong PM, causing it to not have a flash impact sound when hit.
So you hit it and you couldn't hear anything?
I don't know. Never actually mentioned an audio sound missing there. But then again, when do you have bear cups? When you do a enzyme geyser.
And also,
And
there's a mission, if you remember, when we had Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and the grandparents, and a lot of cubs.
Oh yeah, the very first mission we did on Styx.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do the enzyme geyser, you have other things to worry about than hitting bear cups.
Yeah.
You better take care of the normal bears first.
Yeah, and you better have a really good hammer in your hand at all times.
If you use the spike for the wooden fortifications, the spike walls, which I will suggest you do.
Yeah, because that tier level of animal does a lot of structural damage.
Yep. On my Styx open world, I have level 100 plus bears coming at you. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yep. Good luck doing that one without fortifications.
Yeah, good luck trying to do all that with fortifications yourself.
It is doable, I've done it. But you are running around repairing all the time, so make sure you bring a platinum hammer. It doesn't break all the time.
Yeah. Or just a hot bar full of hammers.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, the next one is already talked about above as well. Updated
Yeah.
recipes for cooking mastery bench and armor bench to allow access to tier 2 recipes in both the tier 3 and benches.
Yeah.
One of the new decoration sets from last week, the industrial set, is now locked behind level 20, as the set requires steel screws. But any players that have already unlocked the talent, they will keep it unlocked, even when they're not level 20 yet. But yeah, level 20, so tier 3, for the concrete furnace, so you can smelt steel.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. You can smelt steel in the stone furnace since a couple of weeks. However, making steel screws needs the machining bench, which is a tier 3, level 20 unlock.
Yeah.
That's the issue with steel screws.
Okay.
They fixed the road trophy not granting bestiary points. So basically, you kill something, you kill an animal, you get bestiary points. You skin it, you get bestiary points. You
You make the
craft a
trophy.
recipe, you get bestiary points.
Yeah.
Apparently, a
Okay.
road trophy did not grant you the points, which it does now. Good for the grounding of the bestiary.
Good.
Added a recipe for gold partition for the art deco set.
It was
Basically,
wall.
unhidden. Yeah, it was invisible and it's now visible again. I have no idea what what is this gold partition.
It sounds like it
Oh,
would be a wall.
I don't know. We'll check in time.
Hmm. Okay.
Updating processing recipes to remove the alpha wolf rug, as it is not ready yet. So here's a new archetype we are gonna get in the foreseeable future. Alpha wolf rug.
Yeah, but shouldn't that be in future content as opposed to fixed?
Uh, it's a fix because it was there already, like in the bench,
Okay.
apparently.
Okay, so they turned it off basically so that they
Yeah,
can. Okay.
exactly. They removed it.
Okay.
So it's a fix for future content because currently it's still future content. So they fix it as in to be like it's no longer there
Okay.
visually. Here's one which is going to be important for me. Fixed storage tag on the industrial and brutalist storage options, allowing them to benefit from additional storage talent. And I have 2 talent points in those talents, so, or at least I've learned all the talents for those, the 2 talents I believe. So I get like the max storage. Yet I did notice the industrial and brutalist cupboards did not have the extra slot. I did not know they were supposed to. That does mean that I have to, in my open world, I have to take out those storage items, destroy them, and recreate them, or just check and see if they have more storage now. But I'll do that when I'm back. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't use them for storage anyway. For that, I have a whole room full of metal cupboards. But
Okay. Fix the bug causing the player stat container to update every frame, which also caused the inventory weight to recalculate and the spoil update timer to restart. So that's what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, where you had seen that the food in your inventory wasn't spoiling at all.
exactly.
They've now fixed that.
A bit sad to see it go, but then again, it was kind of an exploit.
Yeah, yeah. Make hay while the sun shines, they say. You know, make use of it while you
Exactly,
can, because once it's gone, it's gone.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing they fix it, huh? Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been like that, so they fixed it, made it good.
Totally.
Okay. Updating brutalist wardrobes and cabinet. Industrial wardrobe and cabinet have 25 inventory slots rather than 10 as intended.
This was mentioned above as well.
Slow down a little bit, say that again.
This was mentioned above as well in the notable improvements.
Yes, it was. It was. And that takes us to new content, which new content, shouldn't that be future content?
Yeah, it used to be future content. We'll see how it's called next week.
Okay. Um,
We are going to get a neon sign.
if what?
Fourth bullet point added decoration neon sign rocket works. Hey,
Oh, cool.
we're going to get a neon sign. Oh, okay,
Yes,
I'll put it on. I'll put it up on the base. Why not? Let's support rocket works.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think actually it would be cool if you could put that on the roof.
Yeah, I think it's something to go on the wall, to be honest. But
That would be cool. Looking
oh
forward to
yeah,
seeing that.
and it will give a bit of light in the dark. After all, it's a neon sign, so yeah, put it above your entry to your base.
Yep. Lights the way home.
Exactly.
Okie dokie. Uh,
Let's see. Mini Hippo is getting a second variation.
sorry?
The Mini Hippo, which was mentioned last week, is going to get a second variation.
Oh, yes. Uh, Scorpion weapon, living weapon, initial setup. That was mentioned, I don't know, 2, 3 weeks ago?
A couple of times already they were talking about living weapon, and scorpion weapon as such also has been mentioned multiple times. But they were talking about a bow before. However, this time they're talking about the scorpion rifle. So right now
Ah,
we have the pistol, bolt action, we have the shotgun, and we have the hunter rifle.
yeah.
No variants on those. However, looks like we are going to get a variation on either the bolt action or the hunter rifle, namely the scorpion rifle.
Wow. If that looks anything like the armor, it's gonna look
Oh,
awesome.
I know.
Can hardly wait. Uh,
We are going to get a new material, emissive glass.
sorry, what?
Biomass samples, mass and material variants, tweaked texture. Added a new master material, material glass emissive, for emissive glass.
Emissive glass?
I know.
Hmm.
So emissive, having the power to radiate something, especially light, heat, or radiation.
Hmm.
We use it in Arctic to heat our base, or or is emissive glass a requirement or a part for the neon sign emitting light?
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So you need biomass samples to make.
I don't know. It has a point, so it might be a whole new bullet point without the bullet. I mean,
Yeah.
the point is there, but it's not a bullet point. So.
Okay.
Um,
Ooh. Initial implementation of a 9 of diamonds shield.
I know, right? I don't have a deck of cards here, so not sure how nine of diamonds look like on a card deck of cards.
It's got 9 diamonds in the middle of it, and then has the number 9 in each corner and a diamond in it, with it.
Yeah, but I'm more thinking of will this give us some idea of how this shield is going to look like?
It's usually 2 sets, two rows of. Oh wait.
Basically, yeah. If you look vertically, you have on the outside 2 rows of 4 and then 1 in the middle.
Yeah.
So this might be a shield which will protect your legs, your body, and has an opening on the bottom side between your legs. Let's hope the opening doesn't go up too far to protect a certain important area. And it has basically an opening at the top,
That
which
you
you can
can
look
peek out. Yeah, peek out through.
back. This would mean this would be like a full-size shield.
Hmm. Okay. This next one is quite interesting. Field guide add how to obtain. How to obtain what?
How to obtain the field guide.
Hmm. Could be. It's just. It's either half a sentence or it's literally field guide addition how to obtain whatever.
Well, I always forget the correct word, the double dot. Is this the colon? The field guide colon add how to obtain. As in how to obtain field guide.
Yeah, could yeah. Okay. And finally, we have initial implementation of Inaris sickles.
So yeah, I know there is an NXT sickle, but it might be the only sickle so far. Which would mean they're gonna increase the tool set, or at least the Inaris tool set.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of buffs they will give. Like more chance for seeds after we get a seed purge. Or more resources for harvesting. I mean, that's what you would expect. Some buff.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see what it's going to give us.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Alrighty. And that brings us to the end of this week's update. And watch your eyes, folks. I'm going to scroll up to the top. Alrighty. We are at, oh, look at that, 2222. 22 minutes past 10, and that is a wrap for us. Unfortunately, peeps, there's not going to be any subsequent gameplay. I have to work tomorrow, so it means I'm up in 7 hours if I can get to sleep the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, I can't do any gameplay either. since I'm on vacation.
Yeah, well, you were on vacay. You is supposed to not be playing the computers, so you go and get some sleep too, and have a fantastic time till I speak to you next
No, but
Friday.
you sound like my manager. I just messaged him this evening, like, hey, I'm seeing this and this in the monitoring system. And he's like, hey, go have vacation. So
Yeah.
you sound like my manager now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're on vacay, so enjoy it. I hope you have a fantastic time till next week. I will speak to you next Friday. As far as
Okay.
next Thursday is concerned, it's all up in the air. I have no idea what's going on.
Well,
Thursday actually turns out to be a really, really busy night because the last couple of weeks that has been, like really heavy days and a late finish.
I can already tell you that you will not be able to continue the normal Thursday gameplay.
No, because you usually host it.
Well, it's running on a dedicated server, which I'm running in my home, which is not being updated, and the game just updated, so
Yeah,
you
not going to
won't be
get in
able
anyway.
to play on that DS. Indeed, Foggy, I can't really handle doing nothing. I know.
Yeah. Well, not to worry. I shall figure something out. If I don't play some of my own Icarus, I don't know. I could do.
You can do what I did last week with Carl. Help him out with doing a mission, or actually we did two, I believe. Two of the Olympus missions he had not done yet.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And Froggy says, so Echo plays something else. Well, the only other, I don't actually play too many other games. I mean, it's been a long time since I've played anything other than Icarus, to be honest. Actually, if I'm honest, the last time I played Beat Saber was the last time I played it as a solo night. So I don't know. Maybe I could do some more of that. I don't know. You can throw some votes in. I mean, I do have Planet Crafter. Yes, I haven't played an awful lot of that either. I'm so far behind everybody. I can't even remember what state my planet's in. I know it's got water on it. That's about it. So no idea of what to do next on that. So yeah, feel free to throw some ideas my way. All else failing, I will actually be able to play something next Thursday. I'm hoping, but like I says, Froggy says we'll play Planet Crafter and get to the next level. I think in order to get to the next level, I would probably have to leave my computer on for like a week
Yeah, you have
and
to do
and
quite
and
a
and,
lot
and
of
literally
grinding.
just leave it running.
Yeah, you have to do a lot of grinding to get the materials, to make the rockets, to in order to be able to like upgrade everything far enough for the next level.
Yeah, yeah. So Froggy says, "Nah, just play it."
Yeah, I
Well, the
mean,
thing is,
I
it's
don't think you have like trade rockets yet, do you?
no, no.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
how far behind you.
if I remember correctly, last time I played it, I I had some help from the Peeps and ended up. Uh, I think it was a super alloy meteor storm I asked for because I was um running low on that. Froggy says can't move forward if you don't play it. This is
So
very
it's
true. This is very true.
So what you
Um,
need, Echo, is you need a couple of tier 3 mines. So you can set a drone station to automatically collect the stuff, then an autocrafter to automatically craft the...
whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, your audio just completely crapped out. Can you start that again, please, and
Yeah.
slightly slower?
So you need tier 3 extractor in which you can tell which resource you want. Then you need a drone station and drones to pick up the stuff. And then you need an auto crafter to automatically craft super alloys. It's very easy.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I can tell you right now, I'm absolutely nowhere near that bit.
Yeah.
And Froggy says, "Don't worry, I'm your backroom player helper." Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, there's a vote for Planet Crafter next Thursday. This is, of course, assuming I actually have the opportunity to actually game for a bit. Like I said, it is silly season for couriers right now. The numbers are, I mean, we're already facing 400 and 500 a day, and there's only four of us.
Yeah.
So um, we're literally out the bay doors with parcels. It's ridiculous. And with it being Cyber Weekend, where you've got all these bloody sales going on, it's just ridiculous. Um, so,
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cool it actually. It's like 1:30 here.
yeah, and I have to get to bed and work tomorrow. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who watched, anybody who lurked, and all who participated in the chat, namely Froggy, who also gets yet another first medal. Congratulations, love. Froggy says, then take a break from streaming and playing and be back when go back. Well, that is also an option. Regardless, though, we will still be doing the weekly updates. If nothing else, we've been doing that since day dot, so we're going to be keeping doing that. So many thanks to Gao as well for joining. I shall keep you apprised on Discord as soon as possible as far as what is happening for next week. In the meantime, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And we will hopefully see you next Thursday, if not, definitely Friday. Have a good vacation, Corne. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next Friday. And remember, peeps, it is a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.